Well, the dhoti ban by the TNCA has sparked a major controversy, and today Amma proposed a new law in the Assembly in order to protect the culture of her state.
The dhoti controversy has only become bigger. The issue has now reached the Tamil Nadu Assembly. Tamil Nadu Chief Minister J. Jayalalitha today reacted strongly on the issue.
வேட்டி அணிந்தவர்களை சங்க கட்டட வளாகத்திற்குள் அனுமதிக்காத தமிழ்நாடு கிரிக்கெட் சங்க மன்றத்தின் செயல்பாடு தமிழர் நாகரிகத்தையும் தமிழர் பண்பாட்டினையும் இழிவுபடுத்துவதோடு மட்டுமல்லாமல் தமிழ்நாடு கிரிக்கெட் சங்க மன்ற விதிகளுக்கும் முரணானதாகும். இது ஒரு சார்ட்டோரியல் டெஸ்போட்டிசம், அதாவது உடை தொடர்பான எதேச்சதிகாரம் ஆகும். இது குறித்து தமிழ்நாடு கிரிக்கெட் சங்க மன்றத்திற்கு விளக்கம் கேட்டு ஒரு கடிதம் அனுப்புமாறு தமிழ்நாடு அரசின் சங்கங்கள் பதிவாளருக்கு நான் உத்தரவிட்டுள்ளேன்.
Yes, Amma has sought for an explanation from the Tamil Nadu Cricket Association over the incident that took place on July 11th. A show cause notice is also likely to be issued to the TNCA. Jayalalitha has also warned of cancelling licenses of those clubs that impose dhoti-less dress codes. Madras High Court Judge Justice Hari Parantanam was not allowed to enter the TNCA club just because he was wearing a dhoti. This sparked a major controversy in the state. Now Amma has planned to amend a new law that will give due respect to the traditional dhotis. The new law is likely to be passed during this session of Assembly itself. Interestingly, for the first time ever, AIADMK's main opposition, the DMK, also extended support on the issue. Even other political leaders welcomed Amma's move.
Clubs can be free to impose, as part of their association rules on their members. But the moment that they go ahead and actually hold public functions and try and take money from renting out their premises to the public, it seems to me they have an obligation to respect our culture. In our culture, people wear kurtas, pajamas, dhotis, mundas, veshtis, and they should be allowed to do that because that is our culture, and they have as much freedom to do that. And no club has the right to prevent people from doing that. If they want to, then they shouldn't have public functions. Let them keep themselves to themselves and exclude those who don't dress the way they want.
Earlier, several protests were held across the state against the club. Jayalalitha never leaves a chance to work for the interest of her people. And when it comes to protecting her culture and tradition, it is obvious that Amma would never back off. Now, what step will the club take is what remains to be seen. A News9 report.
Yoga Guru Baba Ramdev learnt a few hard lessons from the weather in Uttarakhand today. Take a look as to what happened.
Baba Ramdev in a tight spot. This is one situation that Yoga Guru Baba Ramdev could not wriggle out of. He, along with 400 students, was stranded in Gangotri in Uttarakshi in Uttarakhand. The road to Uttarakshi has caved in at many places due to heavy rains. The Yoga Guru, despite the warnings issued by the Met Department, went ahead with his students to attend a program. The Uttarakhand DGP asserted that if anything happened to the students, then legal action would be taken against the Yoga Guru. The annual holy Chardham Yatra to Gangotri, Yamunotri, Kedarnath and Badrinath has been halted due to bad weather. Yatra to Kedarnath has been suspended for safety reasons till July 18th in view of the Met Department warning of heavy rains in the area. The Met Department has also warned of heavy rainfall in other parts of the state over the next 48 hours. It was only last year when the state witnessed a natural calamity, causing losses to thousands of lives. A News9 report.
And well, in a shocking incident, a woman doctor and her assistant were attacked and stripped in their government Ayurvedic hospital by almost 100-strong mob led allegedly by a Gram Panchayat president. The incident took place at a village in Nelamangala Taluk on July 7th. In fact, the Gram Panchayat leader allegedly made a mockery of the victims' efforts to bring them to book and roamed around the police station and ridiculed the doctor and her assistant. It all began when the doctor was accused of spreading the news that the village Anganwadi students were being fed food which had insects. The news was aired on local TV channels as well as newspapers, leading to a departmental inquiry. Well, my colleague Verghese was at the spot, was in the village in Nelamangala. He gives us all the details.
It is a strange happening in this particular village in Nelamangala. We won't tell you the name of this village to protect the identity of the person that is involved in the story. But this is a strange story indeed. There is an Anganwadi and the story begins from there. This particular Anganwadi over here was in fact singled out for the kind of meals that was given to its children. There was an allegation saying that the children were given meals that were infected with worms and insects. Now this was given by a doctor who had a clinic very next to it, an Ayurvedic doctor. She gave a complaint as well as informed the media with regards to what is happening at this Anganwadi. Now, this doctor was not spared for the information that she had leaked out to the media. She was in fact asked to appear before the Panchayat on July 7th. The Panchayat asked her why did she complain with regards to this particular incident in this Anganwadi, and also went to defend, saying that there was nothing like that in this particular midday meal scheme that was running in this Anganwadi, and what the kind of food that was given to the children there. But the doctor in fact was in for a shock. What she says and what she claims is that the Panchayat in fact saw the villagers trying to attack her. She also went on to allege that the villagers ripped her clothes as well as that of her assistant and was chased from this place. She had to in fact call the police of this place so that she can be saved from the clutches of the mob that immediately surrounded her there. Now the problem is, she went straight to the police station and filed a complaint against all the villagers over here. 20 people FIR was registered against, and what we know is that 5 of them have been arrested. Now this is the house from which 3 people were arrested because of this particular complaint that was filed by the doctor. Now what is the situation is similar to what all the houses in this particular village have. They have been all locked and the people have left from the place. Now the tragedy of this particular place is that this fear psychosis has been across this complete village, and what we know is that there's a lot of cattle that have not been attended to. In fact, let me take you to this particular place. This is a cattle shed, and over here we have cows that have not in fact been tended to for the last 3 days. Now like this, there are around 4 cows in this entire area. A lot of cattle is there, but there's no one to take care of all these cattle that has been lying around. Now this is the kind of fear that has generated. People are not going to come back to their homes thinking that the police will in fact arrest them, because this particular doctor has filed a complaint against the entire village. This is Verghese for News9 from Nelamangala.
And moving on, Modi's war cry of development won him the PM's post. It has also earned him and the country a diplomatic victory at the BRICS summit. Here's the report.
India to head BRICS Development Bank. Yes, India will be the president of the $100 billion bank set up by BRICS nations. The presidency post fell into India's lap after intense last-minute negotiations between India and China over the headquarters of the new bank. While Shanghai will be the headquarters of the bank, India will be the president for the next 5 years. The presidency position is on a rotation basis, which will later be shared by other BRICS nations. The name New Development Bank was also proposed by Prime Minister Narendra Modi himself. BRICS nations will have an equal share to prevent China and Russia from taking control. The $100 billion bank is set up to assist members in distress and for further development in these nations. Modi finally meets Putin. A day after the meeting was put off, Narendra Modi met Russian President Vladimir Putin today. In the 40-minute meeting, Modi favored broadening of the strategic partnership with Russia in the nuclear, defense and energy sector. He also asserted that Russia was a close friend of India.
कोई एक देश विदाउट एनी रिजर्वेशन अगर भारत के साथ मिला तो रशिया का.
Modi also suggested President Putin visit the nuclear construction site of Kudankulam 2 project during his visit to India in December. With the BRICS banks and the Kudankulam project, India seems to have won both position and power for the future. A News9 report.